The Johto Tour is officially 4 days away, so do know exactly what you are doing, exactly how to do it, and where to do it, because today we're going to break down my top tips for the Johto Tour in Pokemon Go. So with all that said, let's jump right in. Welcome back, my trainer club. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about the Johto Tour? Have you officially bought your ticket, or are you still waiting? Because today what we are going to do is break down my top tips, everything you guys need to know about the Johto Tour in Pokemon Go, because it's going to be a lot of fun and there's going to be a lot going on. And if you guys are not prepped and ready to go, it's going to be a lot at that exact same time to try to keep up. So I want to make sure you guys have this video, you share it with whoever needs this video, and then you keep all these ideas at the top of your mind. So today, what we're going to do is break it all down. So you guys ready? Here we go. Let's start off with the event time. I'm not going to go over all the details because I've already gone over those in my gold or silver video. If you do want to see that video, please check it out up here. So the event is going to go on Saturday from 9 to 9. So there's a lot of time in there. That's 12 official hours for you guys to play the Johto Tour. So like I said, we're going to need a lot of things to make sure we can maximize out on this. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that we will be doing a meetup. For everybody going out to Monterey, I will be hosting a meetup along with some other content creators, which is going to go on Saturday from 1 till 2:30 at Trippy, which is going to be a gym. There's a beautiful view up there. It's going to be at the Parque de Fundidora. So I hope to see everybody out there because it's going to be a lot of fun. So hope to see you guys out there at that park. That's where we are going to be playing for the entire day. So with all that said, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be all about your item bag. So I did go through the other day and help you guys break down all of the items in Pokemon Go to make sure that you have the best setup in your bag to manage them. So if you want to check out that video, you can also check it out up here, or at the end of the video, you can just go and see which videos I recommended. If you want to skip to any different section in here, please check the chapters below. So the items, guys, honestly, I think that Great and Ultra Balls, if you have a pretty good sized bag, have to be at about 1,000. The reason I'm saying that is because you have 12 hours of gameplay. Imagine a calm day that went for 12 hours, and that's going to be the Johto Tour. So you have to pick and choose what is going to be your best place to go to, and that is going to be the Ultra Balls as spot number 1. Ideally speaking, it would be 1,000 Ultra Balls, but if you cannot do that, the next spot is going to be Great Balls at about, I'm gonna hope, 750 Ultra Balls, 250 Great Balls if you need to break it up. But like I said, in the item management, the red balls you're gonna want the least quantity of, unless you are not playing, you're having something else to do, and you're using an auto catcher, because those auto catchers will allow you to only use red balls. So if that's a scenario for you, you're gonna want a ton of red balls and a very little amount of the other ones if you cannot consciously look at your phone and play the entire time. So that's gonna be everything to do with the Pokeballs, and then we're gonna move on to the items. So as far as items go, guys, we want to have our pineapple berries. We'll talk about this and then we'll get into other items. Premium items. So the berries, what do we do with these? I want to say at least 30 golden raspberries. The reason being is because the golden raspberries help you catch shinies super fast and that you don't have the possibility for them to run away. And I would probably prefer that you guys get a little bit closer to 50 as far as those golden raspberries go. And then the silver pineapple berries can be about, 30 to 40, as many as you can possibly handle, I would say, for silver pineapple berries. And then finally, regular pineapple berries. I'm thinking, depending on which one you have, you look through the entire list of all the Johto Pokemon that could be spawning, and you pick out Pokemon that you do want, such as Larvitar. Maybe that's a great one. It's a great Pokemon to get. There's a Mega Tyranitar at some point. So for me personally, I'm going in with about 1,000 pineapple berries. I know that sounds like a lot, but I want to throw all of my pineapple berries and get those completely wiped out of my bag. So I am making sure that I have all of those for number 1, and then we can go through and throw each and every one of those. The goal every single time we do an event like this is to make sure that you get as much candy and XL candy as possible, even though the pineapple berries don't affect that, so that you never have to catch one of these Pokemon ever again. That's going to be the number 1 goal for all of my Johto Pokemon, especially the ones that I do want, which we will cover in a later tip of which Pokemon are going to be the most meta raid relevant and then Go Battle League relevant as well, which may require some XL candy. And then as far as the items go, guys, I don't really think you need lucky eggs, even though this is a great time to get your friendship bonuses up because a lot of people are going to be playing during this time frame. So it's a great huge hour window that can span across many time zones. So that's a great thing. So maybe 1 or 2 lucky eggs, and to time this up perfectly to get you there. So that's amazing. Number 2, star pieces. I mean, there's like a Delibird in there, so if you are picking silver, you will have the Delibird attracted to incenses more, which will mean that you have higher chances of getting that Pokemon, which is going to increase your Stardust. So if you are not playing a ton, guys, this is going to be a great thing to do. So if you are going after Stardust and you're playing really hard, it may be something that you do consider. And then let's talk about our bag. Imagine Calm Day, imagine going through all those Pokemon, imagine you want to save a bunch, and then you add add more Pokemon because Calm Day is crazy what you catch on average. I would say at least 6 to 7 to 800 Pokemon in that 6 hours. Times that by 2, now you're looking at what it's going to be for the Johto Tour. So I suggest that you guys are clearing out your bag quite significantly. My goal is to go in with over 1,000 spaces. Granted, I have over 5,000 spaces for my Pokemon. So if you don't have that many spaces, you're gonna have to really go through and start prioritizing of our spawns, what's gonna be the best Pokemon that you need, and then what's gonna be the ones that you can delete automatically when you are looking through and they're not relevant for meta attackers and Go Battle League Pokemon as well. And then finally, let's talk about our eggs because we are gonna be having the 1/4 egg hatch distance if you do have the ticket. So that's very important. And why that's important, because I suggest you guys go through with 12 kilometer eggs. You use 1 star piece as you get into the event. You put all of them on super incubators. You have 1 star piece when you're getting closer to hatching those, and you get a ton of Stardust, approximately 100,000 Stardust. And let's talk about incubators. Guys, the eggs, 2 kilometers, are gonna be hatching great Pokemon. And if you're not doing this, you're gonna be on the other ones. Do I think you need super incubators for this? No, I don't, but they're gonna churn through at 1/4 egg hatch distance extremely fast, and you have all the baby Pokemon hatching from those eggs. So I would suggest that you guys do probably use this, especially because Tyrogue is gonna be shiny potential in those 2 kilometer eggs. Am I gonna go insane on those eggs? I'm probably not, because I don't think they're the most effective things in Pokemon Go, but I also think that they're very important, especially when you have baby Pokemon lined up to be able to hatch very fast. So I wanna make sure you guys are fully prepped on this. And then as far as the evolution items, which we did talk about in your item bag management, you may need a couple of them to help you evolve, but maybe only 1 or 2. There's not really very many super relevant items that are gonna be relevant for the Johto Tour specifically. Scissor, pretty good, but it's not the most effective Pokemon. With all that said, guys, you have everything ready to go. So now we're gonna get on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be looking at where to play the Johto Tour. I highly suggest, depending on where you're at, you get into a very populated downtown area. Great places to go in Chicago if it is manageable weather, which it may not, and then I'm gonna give you backup options. Something like the Lincoln Park Zoo is absolutely amazing. Something like Balboa Park in San Diego is amazing. Something like the Long Beach Pike is amazing. Those places are great because they have relatively circular places to play. There's great spawns, great Pokestop locations, and everything is ready and set up for you. However, let's say that you are in a cold area and you cannot do this and you don't really want to drive around in a car because it's not too fun. What I suggest doing is if you have access to a mall area, that's great because there's usually Pokestops in the mall, and then you have great spawns in there as well. You are going to want, if you have limited Pokestops, to use premium lure modules because the premium lure modules are going to bring out a whole lot more Pokemon than are the other Pokemon lure modules, especially if you are limited and you want to make sure you get the maximal spawns out there. And if you guys do want to see what Pokemon you want to get from the lure modules, just pause it right here and see what the types of Pokemon are and then type those Pokemon against where it's at. I would suggest probably magnetic lures are going to be great because they're pulling out rock and steel type Pokemon. And just remember that Larvitar is going to be a rock type Pokemon. So rock ground combination is going to be great for those magnetic lures. That's going to be one of my favorites. So with all that said, now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the spawns. Now let's jump into what are meta relevant spawns in Pokemon Go from the Johto. So looking through the Johto, let's talk about the meta relevant attackers that you can get from in here. There's not really an incredibly large amount, but we do have a couple Pokemon in here. Something like a Mega Steelix is going to be in there. It's not the most effective, but it is a Mega. Then we have Mega Scizor coming out as well as Mega Heracross. So these Pokemon are going to be great. Not only that, we have Piloswine from Swinub that in Gen 4 Sinnoh does transform into Mamoswine. As a Shadow, it's a really powerful attacker. It's definitely something that you're going to want. And then as far as we going down on the list, we're going to start looking at other Pokemon such as the legendaries. We do have the Raikou, the Entei, and the Suicune. The Shadow Raikou and Shadow Entei are extremely effective as far as meta attackers. And then we do look at the Tyranitar from the Larvitar as a Mega Tyranitar is going to be super boss. Lugia and Ho-Oh are going to favor more towards the PvP type Pokemon. So now let's start looking at the meta PvP Pokemon. There's a lot in here, so I would suggest you guys pick out some things that are really important, but Meganium is going to be a great one. It's going to be ranked 28. I'm not going to cover the movesets. If you do want them, please pause. 100% IVs for PvP Pokemon is going to be a 0, 10, 15. Then if we go into the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 9 as a Shadow, 13 as a regular at a 0, 14, 15 at level 50. Then we're going into Noctowl, ranked 52. 100% IV is going to be a 1, 14, 15. And then next, we're going to look at the Ledian. I'm just going to suggest you guys get a Ledian just in case it ever does change up moveset and it becomes more boss. Right now, it's ranked 311, but it's a 13, 15, 15 at level 50. 50. Then we're gonna go into Golbat, which is 81 as a shadow. 100% IV is gonna be a 0-15-15. Next, we're looking at Lantern from Chinchou, rank 102, 0-13-14. Then we're going into Togekiss, which is gonna be best served in the Master League at rank 12. So those are 100% IV, regular IVs, 15-15-15, which will then take us into the Azumarill, rank 15 in the Great League, or 22 in the non-XL form, but I suggest you guys go after the XL at a 0-15-15, which will require a decent amount of XL candy. And then we're gonna look at Quagsire. It's gonna be a 0-15-14, followed by an Umbreon in the Great League, rank 35 at 0-15-15, and then in the Ultra League, rank 26 at 100% regular IVs, 15-15-15. Then we're gonna go on to Fortress, ranked 85 at a 0-9-15, followed by in the Ultra League, rank 54 at a 9-15-15 at level 50, so you're gonna need that 296 XL candy. And then next, we have Granbull, ranked 62 in the Shadow for the Great League, and also ranked 89 for the Shadow in the Ultra League. I'm not gonna give you those IVs on that one because we don't have the Shadow form spawning in the wild, but I just wanna make you guys aware of that. And then we have Piloswine in the Ultra League as a Shadow, is gonna be ranked 86 at a 5-15-12, and then Mamoswine ranked 13 or 14 as the Shadow in the Master League. 100% IVs are gonna be 15-15-15. And then looking next, we have Mantine, that's gonna be ranked 105 in the Great League at a 0-15-14. And then in the Great League, again, we have the Skarmory ranked 20 at a 0-15-14. And in the Ultra League, ranked 52 at all 100% IVs, 15-15-15 for regulars. Then, Ultra League, we have Hitmontop, that's gonna be ranked 36. The Ultra League stats are gonna be 100% 15-15-15 regular attacker IVs. And in the Great League, it's gonna be ranked 58. Great League stats are gonna be 0-14-15. And then we have Tyranitar in the Master League at a 61 ranked Shadow, 75 regular. Raikou in the Great League is gonna be ranked 150 or 69 for the Shadow. In the Master League, it's gonna be ranked 37. And then the Entei is gonna be ranked 70 and 71 in the Master League. And then finally, we do have the Suicune in the Ultra League. It's gonna be ranked 84 with a 2-15-14. And then the two last Pokemon are gonna be Ho-Oh in the Ultra League at a rank 60, at 1-15-14 in the Master League, rank 6. And then Lugia in the Ultra League is gonna be ranked 38 at a 1-13-13, and then rank 2 in the Master League. So I know that was a whole lot of Pokemon going down, but I want to make sure that you guys are ready to go for all of those Pokemon. You have the meta attackers and you have the Go Battle League Pokemon. Yes, you may have to go through that, sift through it, and mark it, but you can also check my social media because I will be putting out a graphic that's going to be a quick reference guide for all of that, which is then going to lead us into our tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be talking about raid Pokemon. I'm going to give you the IVs of the raid Pokemon that are going to be going on in the raid battles that are going to be effective, such as Ho-Oh, Lugia. We're going to go into Raikou, Entei, Suicune, and then I'm also going to give you the Heracross one as well, because Mega Heracross is a very effective top bug type Pokemon in the game all the way up until this point whenever it does come out. So let's start jumping into those. I'm gonna throw a bonus Pokemon in here for Larvitar. The Larvitar spawn, 100% IV in the wild is 891. If it is gonna be partly cloudy weather or if it's gonna be sunny weather, the 100% IV is gonna be then level 35 at 966. So for the Raikou, 100% IV is gonna be 1972, and then level 25, it's gonna be 2466 if it is boosted in the rainy weather. And then next we have Entei, 1984, or weather boosted in sunny weather, 2480 for the 100% IVs. And then we have Suicune, 1704 for level 20, and then 2130 for level 25, boosted in the rainy weather. And then we have Ho-Oh, 2207, or in sunny or windy weather, 2759 at level 25. And then we have Heracross, 1772 at level 20, or if it's rainy or cloudy weather, it's going to be weather boosted at 2215. So during the day, those are going to be the raids. And then we also, as soon as the event starts, you want to hit your friendship bonuses, put on your lucky eggs, put on your star pieces if you're going to go after that. And then just remember, guys, don't catch any Pokemon 30 minutes before leading up, and don't do any research in the area from midnight, basically 12 in the morning, because that is going to change over once 9 hits into field research that's going to be coinciding with the Johto Tour. So do not complete those, because if you do it going into the event, you will not be able to then get the appropriate field research for that event, which is then going to lead us into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be all about post-event, guys. You want to make sure that you are trading any Pokemon that you have caught for your XL candy, because remember, the Season of Heritage, which is going to end at the end of February, is going right now, and you're getting guaranteed XL candy per trade regardless of the distance. So anything that I have listed that are going to be effective meta attackers, that are going to be something like Tyranitar, Heracross, we have Raikou, Entei, Suicune, kind of, but other Pokemon such as Marill that goes into Azumarill, and Skarmory that's gonna need that Exo candy for the Go Battle League, you guys are gonna wanna max out on all of that candy. So get as much as possible, trade as much as possible. That's why having optimal bag space and being ready to trade all these Pokemon is gonna be in your best interest. And do not forget to catch as many Delibirds as possible. So that's gonna be basically the Johto Tour. I will have more tips coming out with you. So if anything else surfaces that is gonna be in your best interest, I will put that out there too. So I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes your support, subscription, and anticipation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.